Welcome to English Practice Every Day.
And I'm Jane. It's great to be back, Kevin. You know, today's topic is something I think every English learner, no matter their level, can really benefit from. We're talking about daily English phrases for real conversations.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one thing to learn grammar rules and vocabulary lists, right? But it's another thing entirely to step into a real conversation and feel like you actually sound natural. That's where these daily phrases come in.
Exactly. It's like you can know all the words for hello and goodbye, but if you only ever say good day and farewell, you're going to stick out a bit. No one really says farewell casually anymore, do they?
Unless you're like in a period drama or being super dramatic for comedic effect. But yeah, you're right. So let's dive into some of these. I think a great place to start is with greetings and just, checking in with people.
Okay, hit me with some of your favorites, Kevin.
All right, so beyond how are you, which is perfectly fine, but a bit formal sometimes, you'll hear how's it going a lot, or what's up. That's super casual. And for a friend you haven't seen in a while, long time no see. That one's a classic.
Long time no see is great because it just implies a shared history, it's warm. And for what's up, a lot of learners get confused because they think they need to give a really detailed answer. But often the expected response is just not much or nothing much. What about you?
You've nailed it, Jane. It's not a literal question asking for an inventory of your day. It's more of a friendly acknowledgement. And speaking of small talk, what about when you're just trying to fill a bit of silence or show interest in someone's life?
Oh, for sure. After how's it going, you might ask, how was your weekend? Or did you do anything fun? Or if you're talking to a colleague, anything exciting happening? It's all about finding common ground without being too intrusive.
And the responses to those, often, are also quite casual. It was good, thanks you, or can't complain, is a really common one. That one always makes me smile because it's a polite way of saying things are fine without oversharing.
Yeah, can't complain is definitely a go-to. It implies things could be worse, so I'm happy with how they are. It's very British, but Americans use it too. What about when you actually want to express your opinion, Kevin? Like you have something to say.
Good question. So instead of always saying, I think, which is fine, you can mix it up. Try, in my opinion, or to be honest, I think. That to be honest part adds a nice touch of sincerity, like you're really sharing your true feelings.
I love to be honest. It's an excellent phrase, and also if you ask me, which is a bit stronger, maybe when you really want your viewpoint heard, or the way I see it, which is slightly more reflective.
Yeah, the way I see it is fantastic for presenting a perspective. It makes you sound thoughtful. And what about when you're agreeing with someone beyond just yes or I agree?
Oh, there are so many good ones. Absolutely is super common, or totally if you're being more casual. My personal favorite is I couldn't agree more. It's a bit longer, but it really emphasizes that you're completely on board with what they said.
I couldn't agree more is brilliant. It shows a really strong alignment. And then on the flip side, what if you don't quite agree? You don't want to be rude, but you have a different take.
Ah, diplomacy in action. You could say, that's a good point, but, or I see what you mean. However, these phrases acknowledge their perspective first, which softens your disagreement. It's like saying, I hear you, but here's my alternative.
That's key, isn't it? Showing that you've processed what they said before presenting your counter-argument. Another one I use a lot is, I'm not so sure about that. It's very gentle, just expressing a slight reservation.
Yes, I'm not so sure about that is perfect when you don't want to outright contradict someone. It opens the door for further discussion rather than shutting it down. Now, let's talk about those moments when you just don't understand something.
Oh, crucial, because in real conversations, things can fly by. Instead of just saying what, which can sound a bit abrupt, try to elaborate on that, or what do you mean by that? Those are polite and specific.
And if someone spoke too fast, could you say that again, please? Or could you repeat that? Are perfectly fine. Even just, sorry, what was that? Is very natural, especially if you didn't quite catch a word or two.
Right, and don't be afraid to use them. Native speakers use these all the time. It shows you're engaged, not that you're struggling. It's about participation. What about when we make a mistake? Because, we all do.
Oh, absolutely. The classic I'm sorry is always good. But casually with friends, you might say, my bad, or oops, I messed up. Those are very common and forgiving.
My bad is definitely a go-to for minor slip-ups. If it's a bit more serious, you might say, I owe you an apology. That shows you're taking responsibility. It's a bit stronger than just sorry.
Yes, it really is. And on a more positive note, what about encouraging someone or offering support? Because that's a big part of real conversations too, right? Being there for people.
Definitely. When someone's feeling a bit down or unsure, "You got this" is awesome. Or "Don't worry about it." And the always reassuring, "It'll be all right." These are like conversational hugs.
They totally are, and I love "keep your chin up." It's a bit old-fashioned, but it still works, especially for bigger challenges, or "hang in there" when someone's going through a tough time.
Yeah, "hang in there" is perfect for showing solidarity. Okay, so we've covered greetings, small talk, opinions, disagreements, clarifications, apologies, and support. We can't forget about saying goodbye.
Right, much like good day and farewell for greetings, just saying goodbye can feel a bit formal at the end of a casual chat. What do you recommend?
So many options. "Catch you later" or "talk soon" are fantastic. "Have a good one" is super versatile. It can mean "have a good day," "have a good evening," whatever. It covers all bases.
"Have a good one" is probably my most used farewell. It's so easy and friendly. And sometimes if you're leaving a party or something, "see ya" is really quick and informal.
Yeah, "see ya" is great. One last category I think is really important for sounding natural, even though they're not phrases in the traditional sense, are filler words and hesitation markers. Things like you know, like, I mean.
Oh my goodness, yes, these are so often omitted in textbooks, but they are everywhere in natural speech. They buy you time to think, and they make your speech sound less robotic.
Exactly. If you're pausing to think instead of just dead silence, throwing in an or you know is totally normal. It signals that you're still processing, you haven't finished speaking yet.
Like is another one, often overused, I'll admit, but still very common, especially among younger speakers. It can be used as a discourse marker, not just a comparison word. And I mean, too, when you're clarifying or rephrasing.
Right. So when you hear native speakers using these, don't think it's bad English, it's just part of the flow. Try to incorporate them naturally, don't force them. It makes a huge difference in how authentic you sound.
That's such a great point, Kevin. So to wrap up, the best way to get these phrases into your active vocabulary is to listen, practice, and try to use them in context. Don't be afraid to experiment.
Absolutely. Listen to podcasts, watch movies, pay attention to how people actually talk. And then, when you have the chance, try them out. Start small, maybe 1 or 2 new phrases a week, and build up.
And remember, making mistakes is part of the learning process. Everyone does it. The goal isn't perfection, it's communication. It's about sounding more like yourself, just in English.
Exactly. So hopefully this episode gives you some solid tools to start sounding more natural in your daily English conversations. Thanks for tuning in to the Easy English Podcast.
Yes, thank you for listening. We really appreciate you joining us. And hey, catch you all next time.
Bye for now. Thanks for watching English Conversation Practice. Subscribe for more videos.